Hello everyone, Shroomraver here, and today I have for you a couple of post-narrated games in the OU tier with a new team that I've been messing around with, following the tier changes that happened recently, and using a couple of things that I was really intrigued to use. I should say, you know, these post-coms, they happen occasionally, and, you know, the team will become familiar because I want to use the teams that I use in post-coms in sessions, because when I do a post-com, it's because I've been testing a team and I find one or two battles that I really enjoyed, really liked how the team worked, and I just want to showcase them sort of early on before I maybe do a session with them. So, I'm going to get into the team that I was using really quickly, not going to spend too much time on it. Basically what we've got is Banded Staraptor, which I've been wanting to use for ages, the classic defensive core, physically defensive Landorus-Therian, and specially defensive Rotom-Wash, Celebi, who has moved up to OU from UU, running an Assault Vest set, much like the Assault Vest in Meloettas that have been seen of late. A Scarf Chandelure, because I wanted a special fire type, and this kind of weird offensive Power Herb Sky Attack Acrobatics Gliscor with Agility. So yeah, really quick update on the team that I was using. We're just going to not mess around and get straight into the battles and see how this team fared in this couple of games that I'm going to show you. So, here we have the first game. As you can see, my opponent this time was someone by the name of Marktrix. Got a pretty fat, bulky team with Slowbro, Chansey, and Steelix. He also has 3 possible Megas. Now, I was gambling on the fact that Sceptile would be the Mega, simply because it's OU, and I figured that Steelix wouldn't need to be if it was just a physical wall along with Special Chansey, something like that. Now, my predicted leads on his side were either the Noivern or the Steelix, and in both cases, Rotom-Wash is my preferred option to lead off with, so that's exactly what I did. Let's see what happens. So I do lead off with Rotom, he does go with the Steelix. My first thing to do is burn this thing, that's absolutely fine. He's going to get up rocks, I don't mind too much. So I'm just going to go for the Hydro Pump, no predictions, in comes the Sceptile. Hydro Pump doesn't do all that much. This is a free Mega for him. Go into Celebi to take any kind of hit. He does miss the Leaf Storm, but you know, in the long run that's not going to really matter. This is an AV Celebi. He protects just to see what I'm going to go for, possibly thinking that I'm choiced. He goes into the Gengar, which is a risky switch as I go into Landorus. Now, Gengar is a Pokemon that has excellent use. This is not one of them. Do not run Confuse around Gengar, it's a waste, an utter waste. And I do get confused first turn, but because I'm HP invested I can take the Shadow Ball, break through Confusion, and KO that annoying Gengar with a knockoff. Stop running Confuse around awesome Pokemon, guys. It's not cool. Anyway, Slowbro's in. I know it's not the Mega because we've already seen what that is. I just want to get a big chunk of damage with the knockoff, get rid of the AV, and down goes Lando to the Ice Beam. But I can revenge easily with Banded Raptor. U-turn, easily going to clean out the Slowbro from there. I go into Celebi, as in comes the Noivern. I know these things get U-turn. I have no interest in taking that. Going to go into Spadef Rotom, as he does indeed go for the U-turn. And he's going to go into his Sceptile. I need Rotom for Noivern and Steelix, no point taking damage. Go into Chandelure, who can take these hits, and because it's Scarf Chandelure, it will outspeed the Sceptile, who is frail, and just KO it with a Fire Blast. In comes Noivern, once again just going to go straight into Rotom-Wash, no point doing anything else. He misses a Draco, but as you'll see from the subsequent Draco, it's not going to really matter, because I would have probably been able to live one with the Spatak drop afterwards. Going to go for the Volt Switch, and here is the opportunity to go into Gliscor. Knowing that Noivern is not going to want to go for a big special attack, he's just going to U-turn out into his Chansey as I set up an Agility. So here I can go for the Sky Attack, that big Power Herb Sky Attack deals huge damage to Chansey, and I can KO with the following Acrobatics, or with the Light Screen of course not doing anything. Steelix is here, I can 2-hit KO with the Earthquake, but because it's burnt, that Heavy Slam is not going to do a lot at all. The following Earthquake will finish up the Steelix, and then it's just the Noivern who will die to an Acrobatics, which I outspeed because of the Agility that I set up earlier. So, that was a great game, showcasing the power of offensive Agility Gliscor. Yes, do not sleep on the Gliscor, it will kill you and everybody you love. So that was the first battle. Let's get into the second battle and see if the team can continue the winning streak. So, here we are with the second game. I'm on the opposite side of the screen this time. My opponent is the Charlatan, who has a near Mono Dark team. The only ones that aren't are the Gyarados and Gengar. by looking at that team, I figured that his Mega was going to be the Gyarados, just to keep that sort of near Mono Dark theme going. Just with the Gengar in the back, I guess, because Gengar's pretty cool. So, my best lead here, I figured he would... I didn't know what he was going to lead with, possibly the Sableye, I thought, predicting maybe my Landorus, so I went with my Chandelure, thinking that could take on the Sableye fairly well. Let's see if it played out that way. So he actually leads with the Lipod. I don't want to be taking a knockoff, I'm going to switch straight into Landorus to indeed take the knockoff. He gets in my leftovers, I'm okay with it. Here's my opportunity for rocks as he goes into the Gyarados, and this is where it all starts going downhill very quickly. He proves to be the Mega, and he's going to get up a Dragon Dance on my switch, but I know now the Mold Breaker Earthquake is coming and might kill, so I'm going to go straight back into Landorus, get the Intimidate, and circumvent the Earthquake. But I can't take another hit, I'm going to U-turn out as he goes for another Dragon Dance. Now I have to sack something, and I choose Celebi, who's not going to be doing anything this battle. Crunch will take me out, I can get another Intimidate off with the Landorus, and at this point I think I can take a hit, and I do, and I don't flinch, and I'm going to U-turn into my Rotom, and then double straight back out into Landorus to get it to -1, knowing he will Earthquake again. At this point I kind of have to let Omnipresent go, but it means that I can go into Rotom, take an Earthquake, and finally take out this Gyarados and get myself back on track in this game. It's been a rough start, but I'm thinking might be time I can turn it around. So, in comes Staraptor, the big hitter. Lipod is going to trick me. Unfortunately, he's going to trick me a Choice Band, which I already had. So this Brave Bird is going to decimate the Lipod. Had no chance of doing that. In comes Sableye. I don't want to take a burn. I go into Chandelure. He does make the obvious play, going for the Willow. Here I overpredict. I think he's going to do the same as me and go into his Houndoom. So I premeditate that going into Rotom, but he just goes for the foul play, which is unfortunate. But he's going to go for the Willow here, which unfortunately for him misses. It doesn't really matter to Rotom. I get up a Light Screen. I'm going to go for the Volt Switch and go straight into my Gliscor as he goes for the foul play. Now here I thought he would overpredict, thinking I was going to do the same as last time, but he does get the Willow on my Gliscor, meaning this Sky attack is not going to do as much as I would like. And, you know, maybe he goes for the Taunt. Can Acrobatics take it out? No, it can't. But here I know the recover is coming because he can stall me at this point. So I'm going to go into Chandelure knowing that. At this point, I'm going to go for that big Scarf Shadow Ball, does over half and gets the Spadef drop. He goes for the foul play, it's not even a 2-hit KO, so I'm good to go for another Shadow Ball and take out that annoying Sableye, which crucially has not burnt my Staraptor. In comes Gengar, but I'm Scarfed and he isn't, so Gengar goes without doing anything at all. Then in comes the Houndoom. Now this one could be a problem, so I'm going to sack off Gliscor. But now I can go into Staraptor, who I'm hoping to clean up, lock myself into Brave Bird, down goes the Houndoom. In comes Malamar. I do get a bit of a scare as it turns out to be Scarfed, but I live the Night Slash because of the non-stab. Oh no, it is stab, my bad. Still, either way, I live it. I'm going to go down to the recoil of Brave Bird, but Staraptor going to take the 2-0 in my favour. So once again, another great game against the Charlatan this time. Early scare with that Gyarados. What I didn't realise is that this team is horrifically weak to the Mega Gyarados. If it can get up a Dragon Dance, it can sweep my team. You know, maybe if I was running Scarfed Staraptor, it wouldn't be a problem, but I wanted to run Banded. So I might have to take that into account when working with this team. I might go with a Scarf Raptor, just to deal with the Gyaradoses that might be kicking around. Either way, Staraptor did come good for me in the end, managed to preserve it without getting it burnt, so that was fantastic. But that is going to be it from this battle and indeed this video. Thank you all very much for watching, I do hope that you enjoyed, and yeah, look out for this team in the future. I have got a couple of OU teams that I want to explore and ideally session with, and this should be one of them, when I've worked on it and tweaked things and made sure I'm not so horrifically weak to Gyarados. But as I say, that's going to be it from this video. Thank you once again for watching, and I guess we'll see you next time. Laters!